Pisces, hi, the Ivy Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. Hello to those of you who may be new. We are shifting gears into February 2021 here. And, your birthday will be coming up at the end of the month. So happy birthday. When I was meditating on your reading, I kept hearing the word chaos. And I also feel as if, like for you Pisces, like you're, my loves, I'm going to spit some truth here, so don't hate me. You can be quick to burn a bridge, my friends. And, we act in certain ways to help us be able to cope, to deal, to set boundaries, whatever it may be. But I feel like, sometimes you apply that chaos word in the wrong place. I love you. I love you guys. I do. I do. You may apply it in the wrong place, and then you burn the bridge unnecessarily, and then you have to go back to building it back up because you realize you made a mistake, and sometimes it's too late. Sometimes the materials aren't available, or, all of that type of stuff. So I want you to take caution, okay? I want you to just kind of chill a little bit. We have the Three of Cups here at the bottom of the deck for you. And we have 4 cards that came out for you. We have the Two of Swords. Jeez, okay. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Swords. Now, I love that it still happens. Pisces, you guys have something going on with air signs. In particular, in the past, it's typically been with a Libra. Sorry, my legs are just a little stretch in there. Yes, typically it's been with a Libra. But here I just think it's the nature of Aquarius season coming up that's bringing in this energy in which, you may need to sail. You may need to just, sit, chill. You don't need to move. Pisces, you don't need to move right now. And I'm not trying to, restrict your mobile nature. You are the fish. You're 2 of them, like you have to move. Like fish don't typically stay still. They have to do something because their fins do that. The water makes them do that. You have to be fluid. But Pisces, I need for you to just press pause, okay? Two of Swords here, going to what I was already saying, where like you're going to have to make sure that you're seeing things for exactly what they are. Instead of, because she's smiling, I think that you've been cool to be blinded a little bit. You've been cool to be complacent with how you act. But now it's time to, vibe up. But now it's time to grow. Now it's time to excel. And be bigger than what you were. And not to say that there was anything wrong with it, but we all have certain behaviors that just don't have the space to live anymore. Like once we do reach a certain stage of our healing process and our growth process, eventually we have to change. And I think here what I'm seeing more so is that these crows, or potentially ravens, I'm not going to get into the details of which is which, but what they're trying to do is to rip this off of you. And like there could be a little bit of resistance. I know that when we get hurt, I know that when we are faced with controversy, we more so want to look to the negative of the situation versus the positive. And I think that's where, this Ace of Cups is trying to tell you, like, extend a little bit more love to yourself, extend some love to the other person. And this has kind of been a little bit of an underlying theme too. I don't think I said it in your video, but February readings are from a romantic perspective, and also may incorporate some self-love so that you are able to love others better. And another kind of theme that is shown itself in a few of the readings is that you know, like you just never really know what's going on with someone else. The only person you can control and do things with is yourself. And therefore, I think that there are going to be situations for all signs, but we're in a Pisces reading here, so there's going to be situations for you to be able to extend a little more grace and patience to other people. Okay. And by doing this, I think you're going to be very surprised at how much this takes some of the the emotional up and downness that has been in your life for some time, how it starts to ease that out, you know, because of the fact that you are easing yourself out. Not everything requires an emotional response. Not everything is to offend you. Not everything is meant to have you like investigating their motives. You know, like just honor how you feel, Pisces. I don't want to take that away from you. Honor how you feel, but at the same time, think a little bit deeper. You know, think of like if you, how do I put this so that you can hear me? um, what was the example I used in the other video? Where you know, like you may be offended. Your emotions are valid. You were able to feel how you feel, but ultimately, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're dealing with. And regardless, they may only tell you a little bit. They may tell you all of it, but maybe that's not all of everything, you know, because we're all going through our different healing phases. So I just want you to think about that, especially with the pandemic, especially with, you know, the numerous loss of lives. Just there's so much going on, the loss of jobs and people maybe not getting their stimulus check. And if you're watching internationally, this is just, you know, because of what's going on in America. It's a lot going on right now, and I just want you to kind of take things a day at a time, take things one step at a time before you go slicing and dicing, Pisces, okay? I don't think I have anything to clarify here for you. This Three of Cups, I just think, you know, you're going to do better and go farther in a community versus if you feel like you need to ostracize yourself or anything like that. You don't have to, you know, like people love you for you. And I'm not saying any of these things to get you to change or whatever. It's just to be able to the same type of grace that you want people to extend to you. You know, when you go through your emotional waves, you still expect sometimes for people to still be there despite what you may have said or what you may have done or any of those types of things. You want them to extend you grace. I want you to be able to think of it more that way. How would I want to be treated if this was my situation? How would I be feeling if I was in this situation? When I have been in this situation in the past, what was I really going through that maybe I didn't share with people? Like, ask yourself those types of questions, and I think you may be, like I said, pleasantly surprised at the results of how you feel and things like that, okay? So Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. There we go. Come on. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. That last example I gave. How would you want to be treated if this was you? How have you wanted to be treated in the past? How would you have liked to have been treated in the past? Or, you know, like ask yourself those types of things. Children. And so I think that this is different in case you watch any of the other videos where this came out. But children here as a message for you, I think is more so think of this past life relationship. That's, past, the past. Think of how you would have liked to have been treated as a child. Think of them potentially as a child, not to condescend or anything like that, but more so like how would you talk to children who didn't know any better? Who or didn't ever have the opportunity to learn how to speak and all of those types of things. Think of it like that, Pisces, and I think that it's gonna bode well for you. And not to do any of these things so that it does give you, a positive result. I think that this is going to be great for your growth. But ultimately, I just think that there are going to be some things you're called to change. May not be ready to change it, but Aquarius season is requiring us to do things finally. Like I think all the energy in Aquarius's sign is just it's going to be so much that it's just not there's not going to be any room to make certain choices. It's either you do it or you do it. So Pisces, I know kind of short and sweet, but I like this for you. I understand you, and I get how you have developed into being how you are. Um, but because of the love that this world is calling for, I want to see you, be operating from your highest potential. Yeah. So the Ivy Phoenix here. Definitely book a reading with me. If you want more details into your specific situation, you can book all services with me by emailing me, the Ivy Phoenix Guidance at gmail.com. Excuse me. Join me and the rest of the Fire family on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Love to have you so that you can, stay in the know with other additional energy posts that come up throughout the weeks instead of just, these YouTube videos. And most importantly, like, share, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Be safe. Happy New Year. Happy birthday. Bye.